Finally, the iPhone 15 Pro Max in blue titanium. Honestly, I'm so excited to see how these titanium finishes look on these new iPhones. Watching the Apple event, it looked amazing with the brushed finish, and I'm so excited to finally get to see it in person and try out the phone. Typical iPhone packaging, they have the box, the details on the back, the two tabs to rip open, and honestly, I kind of wish it said iPhone 15 just so that in the pictures that I take, it looks like I'm rocking an iPhone 15. But of course, we just have the basic iPhone text, but with a nice blue metallic writing kind of font, because this is, of course, the blue titanium iPhone 15. So let's open it up. No time to waste. Damn. This is actually, I'm kind of disappointed by the color. Just because I had the iPhone 12 Pro Max in a blue color and it looks to be the exact same color blue. Like nothing has changed. I was honestly hoping to see, maybe a little darker blue, but I still do love the metallic finish. You can tell it's just so shiny looking at it. The light that I have right now is just reflecting right off of it and it's just blinding almost. This does resemble the past iPhone 12 Pro Max, but it is still a very nice color. And of course I got that phone for a reason because I liked it. And now we brought it back. Cool. And in the rest of the box, you have the basic Apple packaging, of course, with instruction manuals and stickers, your SIM card, what do you call this? Pokey thing that you get your SIM card out with. I haven't a clue what it's actually called. And then the Apple stickers, same white Apple sticker, no blue color, which is kind of unfortunate. It would be really nice if they start coloring these stickers so that we could have just like a color based on the iPhone that you have, which is sort of like a status symbol almost, but they want to keep the regular white Apple branding, which is fine. Let's put this back because this won't be necessary until later. And then one thing I am very excited about, the USB to USB-C cable. Not that I don't have a lot of these, it's just that it's finally Apple. It's in the Apple white and it's a braided cable, which is so nice. I love braided cables. I have one for my Apple Magic keyboard and I've just been using it for everything. I just put away all the other cables that I've had that are Apple USB-C to Lightning cables because the braided cables were just so superior compared to those. They would always just wrinkle and break. And now with these braided cables, it's honestly a game changer for your iPhone and you won't have to worry about always damaging it. So I'm super excited to see that that comes with it in this new iPhone 15 packaging. And let's open up the phone now. Well, I mean, it's already open, but let's take this little peel right off. Very nice and clean. Honestly, this would probably be the most optimal time to put a screen protector on, but of course I forgot to buy one, so I'm gonna get all these fingerprints on it and then have to clean it again. But it just comes out looking so nice and fresh, and I can just tell that the edges on this iPhone are nice and smooth. Like I love the look of it, and very, very, very thin bezels on the phone will just probably make the screen look really just seamless when I power it on. The brushed finish that I was talking about earlier, it looks really great. Just has like a very smooth touch to it. There's no like harsh corners like a regular iPhone. It's all just smooth down, just very smooth, very sleek. I love it right now. It's kind of reminding me of a Samsung, just the way that they have the curve. Now they have none of those sharp edges on the iPhone, but probably Samsung does it a little bit better, but this still has that authentic iPhone touch to it, which just, I love it. I love it, honestly. All right, let's power it on. See the Apple logo pops up there as we power it on. Nothing too crazy. And then Here we are, we have the hello screen welcoming us to our iPhone. And of course, you go through the quick setup guide as soon as you open it up. If you're an iPhone user, you know exactly what the setup of it is like. So I'm not gonna bore you with the details. I'll set it up quickly myself and then come back to you guys with some of my favorite new features on this iPhone. So I finally finished setting up the new iPhone and it's just been performing extremely. It's definitely got that brand new iPhone feel where all my apps are opening and closing without delay and all the gestures just feel like butter. I also tried to play a couple different games and the performance was amazing. I played Call of Duty and Genshin Impact, and the graphics quality just looked spectacular. I was able to just turn up the graphics all the way and the gameplay was super smooth, no lag or anything. I can't wait for the release of new games on the App Store that are more compatible with the iPhone. During the Apple event, they actually announced the release of a few games that are only typical to be on consoles, so I'm quite excited to see what will become of gaming on the iPhone. We can't really talk about the iPhone 15 without talking about the action button. This is the button that replaced the silent mode switch on the device, and it's really interesting to see just how Apple has integrated this into the iOS ecosystem. Honestly, I think that it was a good idea to make that button a little bit more dynamic. I really like how this can speed up workflow. By just clicking the button, you're able to open any app that you have set it to. The only caveat is there's a limited amount of apps that you can actually open with it. But I'm probably only going to be really using this for the camera. I love just how easy you're able to click this button and it opens the app right away. And speaking of the camera, for such a tiny device, it's amazing the quality of pictures that comes out of it. You can see so many little details that you just weren't able to see on previous versions of the iPhone, and I'm really gonna have a good time just shooting with this camera. I love how now you're actually able to get 3 different focal lenses out of the one main camera, which means that you'll be able to keep the quality of the main camera throughout the different focal lengths. So instead of just zooming in, which will reduce the quality of the photo, you'll be able to keep all those nice details within your shot. And this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to new iPhone features. I'm actually going to be doing a more in-depth tech review of the iPhone once I get a few more days use out of it. So stay tuned for that video and subscribe to take this in.